Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, that is male and female gametophyte, their structure and development. Firstly, we will start the male gametophyte. Let's start. Introduction. In angiosperm plants, flower is formed as a reproductive structure. So, morphologically, flower is a modified shoot in which the tip of pedicel and node and internodes are arranged at the nodes. Internodes are highly condensed structure. Sterile and fertile floral leaves are arranged at the nodes. Hence, the flower is also called sporophyll bearing shoot. Normally, a typical flower has 4 types of appendages which are arranged in whorls. It means in each flower, 4 reproductive organs are present. First, calyx, second, corolla, third, androecium, and fourth, gynoecium. Calyx is the smaller than petals in size and always green color. A number of calyx are 5 to 7. And main function is to protect the flowers in bud condition. Corolla provides color and scent to attract pollinators, and it varies in number and colors. Function of androecium is the production of microspore and pollen grains. It means pollen grains containing male gametes within anther lobes. Main function of gynoecium is the production of megaspores or ovule, fruits and seeds. And individual unit of calyx are called as sepals. Individual units of corolla are called as petals. Individual units of androecium are called as stamens, and individual unit of gynoecium are called as carpel. Calyx and corolla are accessory whorls, but androecium and gynoecium are the reproductive part of flower. So, in male reproductive system, it means androecium, stamen is individual unit and it is also known as microsporophylls. It means microsporophylls are converted into male reproductive organ and megasporophylls are converted into female reproductive organ or carpels. Both microsporophylls and megasporophylls are the modification of leaves on plant body. Now, pre-fertilization event. In male reproductive system, so structure and development of male gametophyte. In angiosperm plants, male reproductive part is stamen, which is known as microsporophyll. Each stamen is divided into 3 parts: filament, connective, and anther. Filament is a long, cylindrical and sterile stalk-like structure which attach to thalamus or petals. So, main function of filament is anther bind with thalamus. It's only provide the attachment to the anther. Second part, connective. Connective is mid part of anther and filament which is connect anther to filament and connect both lobes of anther. Now, third part of stamen is anther. Each anther is usually made up of two lobes which are called as anther lobes and connected by a connective tissue which is in sterile nature. In turn, each anther lobe contains two pollen chambers or two pollen sacs placed longitudinally. So, each pollen chamber represents a microsporangium and is filled with a large number of pollen grains or microspores. Pollen grains or microspores are called as male gamete. Thus, a typical anther consists of 4 microsporangia or 4 pollen chambers. This type of anther is known as diathecus due to presence of two lobes. But in Malvaceae family, anthers are in monothecous condition. That is, anthers bears only one lobe. It means theca with 2 microsporangia and only 2 microsporangia or 2 pollen chambers. It means anther are bilobed and two-lobed anther are known as diathecus. But in Malvaceae family, anther bear only one lobe, so it is called monothecous. It means Malvaceae family is the exception of diathecus condition because it have only one lobe. Anther has two parallel similar cylindrical parts called anther lobes. Each anther lobe has two long parallel cylindrical microsporangium. Due to presence of two lobes, each anther has 4 pollen chamber or 4 microsporangia or 4 pollen sacs. Each pollen chamber represents a microsporangium and is filled with a large number of pollen grains or microspores. So, the microspores or pollen grains develop in the microsporangia of anther. Let's see the structure of stamen and TS of anther. It is the basal part of filament which attaches to thalamus or petals. Apex region of stamen is called as anther. It has two lobes, means diathecous condition. These two lobes are connected by a tissue which is called as connective. When we cut the transverse section of anther, then in a microscopic diagram seen, it means each lobe of anther has 2 microsporangia in both lobes. So there are 4 pollen sac, 4 microsporangia or 4 pollen chamber. We can say that Each anther consists of 4 microsporangia or 4 pollen chamber or 4 pollen sheath. In other words, each anther lobe consists of 2 pollen sheath, 2 microsporangia or 2 pollen chamber. Microsporangia are filled with microspores or pollen grains, which are called as male gamete. It means microspores or pollen grains are developed in the microsporangia of anther. After maturation, the line of dehiscence rupture and pollen grains are poured outside to anther for pollination, and it is the filament part. It means there are 4 chamber or 4 pollen sac or 4 microsporangia in which pollen grains are developed. Now we will talk about the development of microsporangium. In the early stage of development of microsporangium, from the microsporophyll leaves of the plant, the outermost layer of wall of microsporangium is called as epidermis. It means at the puberty stage of flower, microsporophyll leaves start division and form wall of microsporangium, and outermost layer is formed epidermis. In early stage of development, epidermis cover undifferentiated group of homogeneous cells which are known as hypodermis cells. After structural changes, formation of 4 chambers take place in anther, which form microsporangium. The development of microsporangia is eusporangiate type. Eusporangiate type means pollen sac or microsporangia are developed hypodermically as 4 strips of archaeosporium, one at each corner of anther. So, such as development is called eusporangiate type. Certain cells of hypodermal layer in each lobe begins to enlarge and protoplasm become denser than the neighboring cells, and these are called archaeosporal cells. So, archaeosporal cells is the modification of hypodermal cells because it is a specific cells due to condensed cytoplasmic contents. Further, archaeosporal cells divided by periclinial division to form 2 types of cells. First, primary parietal cells towards outside, and second one, primary microsporogenous cells towards inner side. After that, primary parietal cells, in short PPC, divided by periclinal and anticlinal divisions to form a series of 3 to 5 layers forming the wall of anther. It means cells of archaeosporus divide into outer cell, primary parietal cells, and inner cells, primary sporogenous cells. The outer primary parietal cells divide into 3 times by periclinal and anticlinal division to form microsporangium wall, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. And the inner primary microsporogenous cells, which are also known as primary sporogenous cells PSC, separate from one another and either develop directly as microspore mother cell or sporogenous cells. Because microspore mother cell is the germ cell of pollen grains. These cells are in diploid condition. Let's see the development of microsporangium diagrammatically. In the early stage of development, parenchymatous cells of microsporophyll leaf of plant which are in diploid condition form outermost layer epidermis. Below the epidermis, these cells are known as hypodermal cells, which are also in diploid condition. Hypodermal cells are undifferentiated group of homogeneous cells which are in same nature and same shape. After development, some cells of hypodermis in each lobe begins to enlarge in size, and protoplasm of these cells become dense compared to other neighboring cells, and a specific cell is formed which are called archaeosporial cell or archaeosporium. Archaeosporial cells undergo periclinal division and form outer primary parietal cell PPC and inner primary sporogenous cells or inner primary microsporogenous cells PSC. Both are in diploid condition because PPC and PSC are formed by periclinal division in archaeosporial cells. Further, outer primary parietal cell PPC divided by periclinal and anticlinal division and form 3 layers of microsporangium because outermost layer is formed in early stage which is called as epidermis. Then remaining 3 layers are formed by PPC, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. Endothecium is the second number of layer which lies just below the epidermis. Next, middle layer, it lies below the endothecium, but it has 2 to 3 layers. And innermost layer is called as tapetum and it is single layer. So, function of primary parietal cells is formation of microsporangium wall because in microsporangium 4 layers are found: epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. These three layers are formed by primary parietal cell. Inner primary sporogenous cells PSC convert into sporogenous cells. After that, sporogenous cells developed into microspore mother cells MMC, and MMC is the germ cells for pollen grains which divide by meiosis division and form pollen grains. Now, after development of microsporangium, we will talk about the structure of microsporangium. A microsporangium appears circular in outline in a transverse section. So, it has two parts, microsporangial wall and sporogenous cells. It means each pollen sac or each microsporangium divides into distinct zones after development and differentiation as microsporangium wall and second sporogenous cells. Microsporangium walls surround the sporogenous cells or sporogenous tissue. Now, firstly we will talk about the microsporangium wall or anther wall. Anther wall is differentiated into 4 layers at maturity stage, and these 4 layers are arranged in a specific order from outer layer to center. It means microsporangium wall has 4 wall layers. First epidermis, second endothecium, third middle layers, and fourth tapetum. These 4 layers are developed during development of microsporangium. Epidermis layer is formed at early stage, and after development of microsporangium, 4 chambers are formed, and these 3 layers are formed by hypodermal cells of microsporophill. It means due to division in archaeosporium cells. Now, first layer, epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost single layer of cell which is protective in nature. Second, endothecium. It is a layer of elongated cells and it lies inner to epidermis. And cell of this layer possess fibrous thickening of alpha cellulose deposition, and function of endothecium is in the dehiscence of anther at the time of maturation. Third layer, middle layers. Middle layers lies inner to the endothecium, and it has 2 to 3 layers of parenchyma cells. They provide only support to tapetum. Now, fourth layer, tapetum. It is the fourth and innermost layer of cell with dense cytoplasm and multinucleated. It means tapetum is the innermost layer of microsporangium, and cells of tapetum has dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. because cells of this layer divided by endomitosis division, and it surrounds the microsporogenous cells or sporogenous tissue which form microspores or pollen grains. So it is nutritive layer and it provides nourishment to microspores or pollen grains, and it disappears on maturity of anther. Let's see the transection of a young anther. In transection, structure of anther seen a circular form. In anther, 4 microsporangium are seen. Microsporangium means 4 pollen chamber or 4 pollen cell. It is divided into 2 lobes. Each lobe consists 2 microsporangium. It means 1, 2, 3, 4 microsporangium. Outermost layer is called epidermis. Below the epidermis, endothecium is found. Below the endothecium, middle layer is found, and below the middle layers, tapetum innermost layer is found. Tapetum surround the sporogenous tissue which form microspores. So anther wall or microsporangium wall only protect to sporogenous tissue. When we cut the section of microsporangium wall, then enlarged view of one microsporangium showing wall layers. Outermost layer epidermis, it is single layer and it provides only protection because it is common layer due to formation by parenchyma cells. Below the epidermis, endothecium layer is found. It is also in single number and it is also called as fibrous layer due to deposition of alpha cellulose contents. It shows U-shaped strips. Function of endothecium is in dehiscence of anther at the time of maturity stage of pollen grains. Below the endothecium, 2 to 3 layers of middle layers are found which provide only support. Below the middle layers, multinucleated and dense cytoplasmic containing cells are found which are called as tapetum because tapetum is a nutritive layer and it provides the nourishment to developing microspores. This part is the microspore mother cell or sporogenous tissue. Let's see the structure of mature anther at the time of dehiscence. In mature anther, pollen grains or microspores are mature with 2 cell stage, then endothecium layer rupture and end part of endothecium layer where dehiscence occurs, a solar structure is found called as stomium. From this side, all microspores are poured outside from the microsporangium wall. and it is the sterile part of anther or connective. For the nourishment, tapetum secretes various types of material such as sporopollen substance, Collage enzyme, pollen kit. Sporopollen is the hardest chemical substance or material of plant kingdom which protect the pollen grains after maturation or after release from the anther. Second, Kellage enzyme. The Kellage enzyme dissolves in the Kellogg material and break the tetrad stage of pollen grains, resultant tetrad stage of pollen grains separate each other. Third, pollen kit. Pollen kit covers the pollen grains or microspore for cross pollination and it is a sticky substance. Note: tapetum cells secrete some fatty acid granule which is called pro-Ubiquitous bodies. Pro-Ubiquitous bodies convert into Ubiquitous bodies due to deposition of sporopollen substances. Now, types of tapetum. On the basis of nourishment, tapetum are of two types. First, amoeboid or second type, secretory or glandular. In amoeboid type, break down the cell wall of tapetum and the protoplast of the cells are released into the pollen chamber of microsporangium. Protoplast means remove of cell wall from a plant cell and remaining cell membrane part is called as protoplast cell, where the protoplast move among the sporogenous cells or sporogenous tissue and provide nutrition to developing microspore or pollen grains. And this type of tapetum nature is found in Typha plant. Now, second, secretory or glandular type. Cells of tapetum remain in their original position and the cells secrete nutritive substances. It is very common type of tapetum. This type of tapetum found in all dicotyledons plant. So, in dicot angiosperms, tapetum is secretory type. Now, functions of tapetum. First function, tapetum provides nutrition to developing pollen grains or microspores. Second, secretion of Kellage enzyme by tapetum which dissolve the Kellogg substance that bind the pollen grains tetrad and causes the separation of 4 pollen grains or microspore of tetrad after microsporogenesis. Third function, tapetum secrete of Ubiquitous bodies which contains fatty substance and form sporopollen chemical. The sporopollen is the hardest substance and it is the outer protective covering of pollen grains and it forms the exine or outer layer of pollen grains. Fourth, secretion of special proteins for the pollen to interact with stigma to recognize compatibility. So there are 4 functions of tapetum which help in pollination and formation of microspores. Now, second part of a microsporangium is sporogenous cells. It is the group of cells present in each microsporangium and remains surrounded by tapetum. It means 4 layers of microsporangium cover the sporogenous cells, and innermost layer is called as tapetum, which surround the sporogenous cell. These cells function as pollen grain mother cell. It means microspore mother cell, MMC or PMC. So this represents the sporogenous cell or sporogenous tissue surrounded by tapetums. In enlarged view, sporogenous cells depend on tapetum cells for nourishment. Now we will talk about the sporopollen. Sporopollen is most resistant polysaccharide and is an important constituent of the outer wall layer exine of pollen grains. Is the process of microsporogenesis. The cells of the tapetum and the middle wall layers dissolve and contribute to the nutrition and auxin hormone requirement of dividing microspore mother cells. So, it has been observed that if the cells of tapetum degenerate prior to the formation of microspores or pollen grains, then the pollen grains fail to attain maturity and may become sterile. So, development of pollen grains or microspores are based on the tapetum layer. If we remove tapetum layer before the maturity of pollen grains, then all forming pollen grains or microspores are in sterile nature. Now, revise this topic. Before pre-fertilization event, androecium is the male reproductive organ of a flower. Stamen is the individual unit of androecium. Stamen consists of 3 parts: filament, connective and anther. In anther, 2 lobes are present. It means diathecous condition or 2 theca is found. Both bilobe condition are connected by a connective tissue. Each lobe of anther consists of two microsporangium or two pollen sac or two pollen chamber. Thus, each anther has four microsporangia. During development of anther, microsporangium are formed, and each microsporangium covered by four layers. Outermost layer is called as epidermis, second layer endothecium, third layer middle layer, and fourth layer tapetum. Innermost cells of microsporangium are called as sporinous cells or sporinous tissue, and these sporinous tissue surrounded by four microsporangium wall or four microsporangia layers. And sporangium is the germ cell part of anther, which convert into pollen grains or microspore.